You guys just tuned into the first episode of Articles Linguistics, and today we are going to talk about who we are as a podcast. But before we dive into that, let's address the question of the day.
Every episode, we're going to start with answering the question of the day, leading into the topic of our next article.
And for today, we will hit you with the question at the end of the episode.
Thanks for joining us. You just turned the page onto our first article, so let's get started.
Back in action, dog. So, dude, how was your New Year's? Let's just start off right off the bat. How was your New Year's, dog? Because I haven't seen you since last year.
Mid-bagel.
It's all good. It's January 5th right now, and we're both starting the year pretty strong.
My New Year's was really good.
Yeah. Same, dog.
Really?
Same.
So it started off, I had a basic New Year's in the sense of I went out and I partied.
You.
But it was cool because it wasn't like we went, it wasn't like people we knew that we were around. What we did is we went up to Berkeley and we went to this brewery.
So that was the BART train you were on?
Yes.
On Snap. Okay.
Yes. We took the BART, which I never do, which was cool. No one does that.
I know, I seen you guys dressed up hella fancy on the BART, or I thought it was VTA. I was like, damn, bougie as fuck.
I know. You're gonna get robbed.
It's still fresh though, but still fresh.
Yeah. But it was cool. Just taking the train up there, kind of made my experience, as cheesy as that sounds. But then we went up to this, brewery called Triple Rock in Berkeley. It's on Shattuck Avenue.
Okay.
And what they were doing is throwing this event that was like a 90s prom night. So they decorated the inside of the brewery like an old school, prom gym.
Hence the blue tux.
Exactly. Hence the blue tux. Kendall had her old dress on, so that was cool. But the best part of that night was they had these fried mac and cheese balls, and they were unlimited. So I just fucking got
loaded up.
Bro, I got for those. No, I'm kidding. But it was good. How was yours?
Dude, I could say the same. I went with my boy Spencer Smith, Spencer's Modern Life, and but no, it was dope because, like you said, I went with people I had no idea. I went with this girl, I don't even know who she was. I just met her. Shout out Ashley. But we met, it was her friend, her party. So it was a whole new environment. And I was sitting there and I was like, this is a pretty good way to start the year. I was like, I don't know these people, but it's 9:30, we're in SF in a nice ass apartment. I was like, okay. I was like, I could vibe with this, where everyone's writing shit on the board. And I was like, what, I'm feeling this. But I was like, thoughtiest of 17, drunkest of 17. I was like, these are kind of negative connotations. I was like, so I'm gonna be a little positive. So I was like, smokes weed, 17. And wrote me. I didn't write my name, I just wrote me. And then hella people wrote their name towards me with an arrow.
Dang.
So I was like, damn. I was like, but who is me? I was like, I am me.
I am me.
And
no one knows that.
And then there's this girl who was like, I'm me. And I was like, okay, but I actually wrote that. And then whatever. So then I was like, I could add one more. I was like, most influential. And fucking no one really wrote their name because no one wanted to put their name on there. So I dropped my handle on there, my IG handle. Just to put it on there, because in the morning or later at night, people are gonna see that shit. And out of the 25 people there, at least one person's gonna hit the follow. So I was like, might as well be a millennial about
this guy's claiming the influence. I'll follow.
Exactly, dog. And that shit was sick as fuck because it was I don't even know any of these people, but I had a good ass night. I don't even drink that much, but there was so much champagne and Patron.
Oh, of course.
It's what? I might as well, but. The ultimate part was fucking just comparing my New Year's from last year to this year. Because last year's New Year's was a horrendous wreck. Honestly, it was we didn't leave my house till 10:45. We didn't get to a party until fucking 11:10. And then and then we realized we didn't want to celebrate New Year's with these people because it was super high schooly. We already knew these people since high school, but they didn't really want us to be at their party. They were surprised me and my friend came by. So then with Spencer, they wanted, it was only Spencer invite. So then there was kind of wow, this is interesting.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. They're who are all these other, oh, what's up? So then we were yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. So then he's I have another party in fucking Los Altos, some girl I met on Tinder. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So we were fuck it, let's make the rush real quick, try to get there last 15 minutes, right? Get there 11:45, motherfucking We're like, hey, everybody.
They're getting ready to like count down and shit. Like.
But they weren't, bro. That's the crazy thing is they weren't. They were fucking just in pajamas, hella chilling. Like, it was kind of stinky in there, like fish, and it was just like really, yeah, it was really weird, bro. And like we weren't really, with people we knew at all. And day was totally like not in the room. She like came down, said hello. She was away, and she went upstairs and left. So then when it was time to drop, like, whoa, countdown, I was like, hey, we should put the ball drop on real quick, like, on TV. And some girl's like, why would we do that? I was like, why not? I was like, it's better than looking at our fucking phone right now. Like, I was like, fuck.
Counting seconds. Like.
Yeah, I was like, dude, there's literally a thing on TV that drops, like, perfect moment. Like, and she was like, why would we? I was like, you know what? This is just going to be an interesting 2017. And so, knowing that was that, and now I had a fucking great 2018 start, fucking watch the ball drop, watch fucking fireworks shoot out, fucking even got a New Year's type shit, like motherfucking drank hell of fucking good ass champagne. Like, I really had a good New Year's, and like knowing that happened, it was like, damn. Compared to last year, I was like, I feel 2018 is gonna be a fucking kick ass year, and like that's why I wanted to start this topic.
Yeah.
The New Year's resolutions to be like, you know what were the resolutions for this year? Like, thinking about it, it's like, I have a couple, but damn, I want to put it something where I could try, I could be accountable for it, so.
Absolutely, somewhere where it's written in stone.
Exactly.
Okay, so before we jump into the resolutions, like, let me ask you this question. So, like, based off both of our stories, it sounds like you let that one day before January 1st determine your whole next year. Because it sounds like you had sort of an ambiguous start to 2017, and you had like, by what you're explaining it, your year was sort of like that as well.
Yeah.
So if you're like, I've started this 18 off really good, like I see that you're really positive, you seem a little bit more light, like do you feel that you can carry? Is it like a wave? Can you just, if you hop on this wave at the right time, you can ride it all the way down? It's
like a bike right now. I feel like I jumped up on a bike right now and I'm just going downhill. Like, in a good way, because it's just like things are just going super fast right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel it, but it's like things can happen, anything can happen. But it's all about like getting back on the bike or motherfucking climbing back up the hill,
Yeah.
Because fucking I started the year off hella strong. And knowing I started last year kind of weird, 2017 was a bit weird. But like, it was still a great year,
Mm-hmm.
But knowing I'm rolling this strong, like there's a lot of stuff that happened already in 2018 that like we're about to talk about too. Like, we're already 5 days in, but shit, like, motherfucker, I left my job, so like I started the new year no job, but like yeah, dog. I was like,
cut the cameras.
No. But for real though, I was like, like I could keep the year going, but I could keep the job, but I was like, I want to start. Like, I had a really good start. I was like, I really want to do something where, like, I'm going to keep myself accountable. I'm going to focus more on my art. I'm going to start making a lot more videos. That's, like, a resolution right now is make a video once a month at least. And so, fucking, I'm just really jumping into the 2018 on a really good note.
Bro, yes.
On a good-ass note right now. And we're we're knocking the first episode out. So welcome to everybody for our first, legit official episode.
Seriously, thank you guys. I know it's like a little choppy and rambly, but this is our true emotions, and this is really who we are. And this
Captured.
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to keep it as raw as possible.
And it's still official. We still got the game plan for the questionnaires of the day and whatnot, so we're still coming out with this right at the ball game, right out the park, fast with this. So,
So the way I look at it, like we both like race, but not like race, but
competitive people.
And yes, exactly. The way I look at it is the year is a race, and the day before is you can either eat pasta, get a good night's rest, and be ready for that race the next day, or you can just fucking like go out with your boys, drink, fuck it up, and then that next day for the race you're not ready. So you feel like shit the entire time.
Yeah.
So, like, did you prepare for it or did you not? Did you set yourself up for success is what it comes down to.
I set myself up. So throughout the months we've been planning the podcast, right? And so I took the last month, basically as, that's my last leg of 2017. So I might as well start 2018 with 2017. So then I go into 2018 fucking ready.
Hit the ground running.
Like 2017 was my fucking warm up. You know, it's like, all right, I got a lot of stuff I gotta knock out. Once school is over with, I got the holidays, I got free time. Let's start planning out 2018 beforehand. So then I'm not, you know, January 1st, January 2nd, like starting to plan out January. It's like I already have all these ideas, all these things ready for 2018, and so I kind of started it off. So New Year's Eve was my night to celebrate because I don't ever celebrate. You know, I mean, I do celebrate, but I mean, I like to actually celebrate memorable moments, and so I think New Year's is something to give myself, you know, a little bit of a break to get off the computer, get out more outside, or like, I mean, at least to a party. You know, I don't ever drink, so knowing that I drank a lot New Year's Eve, it was like, it felt good because I was like, damn, this isn't something I usually do. So knowing I'm surrounded by good people, you know, good alcohol, fucking just good vibes all around. Good music too. I was like, you know, this is like a great start to 2018. And knowing I had a whole plan already from the previous month, I was like, you know, 2018, I was like, I feel 2018 is gonna start with a fucking bam, like either or, like, yeah, I quit my job. It's like, okay, that's bad, no income, but it's like I still have interviews lined up. I still have meetings lined up for either job opportunity or bigger opportunity, and like that's what I see coming into play as of right now, and hoping I follow through with that. It's like that's the settled plan. But I mean, I did set myself up over. It wasn't overnight, but it was over the month's course, preparing myself. So once overnight came, I knew exactly what to do game day because let's say I didn't eat pastas at night, but I was eating pasta throughout the month, you know?
You were training.
I was training, exactly. Training my mind, training my physical abilities. I was training my body even too. I couldn't go to New Year. I couldn't be New Year, New Me in the gym on the first day, you know? I was like, you know, you got to start the New Year resolution before the New Year so that I could get it. So I was like, I'm already in the gym, already a whole month now. I'm back in there. I was like, damn, like.
That's key right there.
And I was telling the front desk, my boy, fucking, he was, it was so dry New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Like there was probably like 3 people in the whole entire gym, and I was like, wow. I was like, this is the last year or the last few days of 2017, and no one's in the gym. I was like, you know, I was like, I told him, I was like, there's gonna be a whole lot of people here that first week of January, New Year, New Me type. You know, I was like, I'm here putting the work, like. I'm not putting in the hardest of work, but I mean, I'm still in here fucking working out, you know, for a good hour and a half. And it was like, it felt good because now I'm in there. I'm still getting in there. My blood is flowing. Like, I'm trying to start it more often. Like, even though that was a month's course, it's like now I'm in the year. And now it's like time to crush this whole year of like what I went into it. Same mindset, you know? And so these were just questions I came up with just literally last night at 2 a.m. I was like, oh, I need some questions, some content real quick before we start the, you know what I'm saying? So
let's hit it. So I guess we did discuss our plans for 2018. Me, honestly, I don't believe in. I'm trying to say this without sounding like a like I don't believe in resolutions because I don't believe in just like waiting for this one moment to change your life forever. Like I believe in just doing your shit now, and that's kind of what you were saying as well. Is like why wouldn't I just start working out now?
Exactly.
And so in that sense, like what have I planned for 2018? Like the plans that I have been the same for a couple of years, and it's all a progression towards something. I mean, like obviously I want to get out of college. You know, I want to find a successful job, but the biggest thing is I'm not rushing to find that job. Like I don't want. I mean, obviously I want money, but I don't want to jump into something that I'm not sure of when I don't know all of the possibilities out there, to say that, or for lack of. So that's what I would say my plans are for 2018, or as best as I can translate them.
Okay. So how do you plan on executing them?
Executing them? Honestly, I need to get the fuck out of school. So, I mean, like, signed up for my classes already. All I can do is, like, grind the semester out, do the best I can. Because, the thing that stresses people out is the future. You know, you're always concerned about what you're going to be, what you're going to do. That question, you know, what do you want to be, is repeatedly asked throughout our lives. And, you know, something I've always tried to focus on is what I can do now. And all I can do now within myself and what brings me peace is knowing that all I can do right now is go to school. You know, I mean, obviously I can do extracurricular activities and better myself in those aspects, but all I can do right now to progress myself towards my goals is get through fucking school right now.
Straight up.
So that is definitely that would be one of my goals for 2018 then.
Hell yeah.
Push through.
I love that because I feel the same because right now it's like, yeah, we all need to finish school, but it's like there's people who they want to finish school, but like they really don't even apply themselves to like get even, start school. They're like, oh, I'm trying to just finish school this year, but like it's already too late to sign up for classes or whatever, so I'll just sign up in the fall. So then sometimes the fall, it's like, are you still going to go to school though? Because it's almost the end of the year, you're at fall. You've been waiting 6, 7 to 8 months. And it's like, now here we are. It's like, this is my last semester at West Valley, so it's like, I've been having a lot of trouble just even signing up in classes and dealing with financial aid and everything. But at the same time, it's like, that's definitely like the flagship for right now is finishing school and either, because by the time spring comes, we should be done, So it's like, that's already May. Then we got April, May, June, and then that's like real life. It's like we could either continue going to like a higher university, or we could continue doing what we're doing. And so that's where I'm like focused on like, well, I need to do what I can do right now because whatever happens after school is going to be what I'm doing right now, basically, because this is our break period, And so applying that free time to work, but not necessarily work, but just like working towards a better own self. That's what I think is crucial because after school, it's like we're going to want to get a bigger and better job, but it's like depending on what we know, what we've been through prior, it's like we have to apply that outside of after school because we can only learn so much in school, but it's like what you have to apply yourself to after school is over. Because,
and what that will teach you as well.
Exactly. And so that's what I've been setting, like small mini goals for myself, like, and it's easy to do things like in a week because week goes by fast. So I take each month as like a learning period. I set a goal for each month. So then each month I'm better and better at something, or I learn something new and newer. And then those are 12 new lessons over a whole year that I've learned together, collectively. And I'm like, damn, I'm not just a better person, but I have a better mindset towards my own personal goal. And so that's how, when you said finishing school, like that's definitely crucial for us right now because if we fail our classes this year, we're going to be there in the fall, and that's not something where I want to finish. I don't want to finish this year still in school right now, I kind of want to finish it like, boom, done with the spring. I could still go to a university if I want, but like I still haven't even applied for a university in general, so I still need to, either think about after school, like internships, study abroad, like mentor programs, tutor programs, whatever it may be, but trying to definitely just learn more and more other than school related activities, because the more we're immersed in newer environments, the more we're still learning, and so I feel we don't have to just learn at school, but like we're learning on our own everyday life basis, as long as you keep applying yourself to newer circumstances or newer situations that you immerse yourself in. So that's kind of.
I always look at it like tools. I always say this: they're tools. Like they're not like. To begin this, you should always question the information you're given. Like regardless if it comes from your parents, your teachers, always question it and translate it in a way that you can understand it, that you feel is right. And like I feel like the lessons that I'm taught in school, I definitely question it, but they're tools to help me guide myself through my own journey.
Like we don't necessarily have to do exactly step by step that what they tell you, but they give you they give you a blueprint of like you could take it this way, or you could add your own flavor in and turn things around. But whatever works for you, because this is the standard way. But like not everyone is a standard person, and if they are, like I'm not really like unique, different types of people, and hence why I'm hitting with you right now because you're unique, you're different, and like there's not a lot of people who are different and unique in a sense. So it's like always good to talk with those people because they're they're unique for a reason. So it's honestly good to get involved in their life. So that's why I enjoy school because they give you the standard. This is standard, this is everything that will work, but it's how you apply it towards your life to make it your life in a sense. Or so then you're not just a standard individual.
What you take out of
it, exactly. And shift it to kind of mesh with your life because I don't do everything by the book, but I definitely do read books and do things that they say because one, it's tried and true by someone, an author wrote about it, so it must be working. But necessarily, I don't need to do that every single day. I just apply that as much as I can into my everyday life, or in any type of situation. So that's kind of how we plan. How I guess it sounds like we're both kind of planning on executing, finishing school, and knocking out whatever problem or goals that we have following after.
Absolutely. And then, not to change the subject, but like that realization that we had, like it's so shitty that we realized that so late, because if I had that epiphany in like high school, you know how much different everything would have been.
But it's like in high school, you're so focused. Like after high school, it's like we have so much free time now. It's like I do not want to be in school, So it's like, oh, I can take any class I want. Well, I'm definitely taking PE. Like, it's like I'm definitely working out at the gym for free, like at school. But then over time, over the road, you're like, damn, I kind of want to be in a whole new environment now. It's like I've been at this school for so long. Like, what's outside of the school? So then we start traveling, we start opening our knowledge, and then we start having bigger and better epiphanies on, what we want to do more and more in life, and what really matters and what doesn't matter. Like, yeah, we could go out every single weekend because we have the power to, but it's like, what does that really truly grow for us? Like, what are we actually like? Are we trying to be a club promoter? Are we trying to, be a club owner? Or are we trying to be a NASA engineer, but we're still focused on going out because all of our friends are going out, So it's like, that's what I think the epiphany came, was like, I was working so much over 2017 on my own self, where I was like, a lot of this club stuff, like even coming home from Chile, I was like, a lot of, like, I want to enjoy dancing at a club I've never been to, other than going to a club that we always go to, because it's like those same people, those same music, it's all going to be there every weekend. It's always going to be there. But the more you do something different, the more you can go back to it and be like, damn, I forgot this is what it's like, or this is what it's like damn, you kind of enjoy it a little bit more, or you don't enjoy it at all, and you're like, damn, this is why I don't go out, or in a sense, and you learn that time after time. And I think New Year's was just the epiphany. I was like, I don't go out often, but this is a reason why I do like to celebrate, is because moments like these, and then the epiphany I had after, I was like, damn, things are just so clear. It's like, it just read clarity to me. I was like, wow. And so that's why I wanted to start this podcast as early as we can, so it'd be relevant with, the time being of the new year and just time in general, because the more we put off things, the longer it's going to take for it to build. So knowing that we've put into practice all 2017 to make this moment here, it's like, first thing we came over, I was like, yeah, we're recording right now.
Yep.
So,
fresh juices
off the boat right now into conversation. So it's like, I was just thinking, that's the best way to start it off, I think. And we're keeping ourselves accountable now, because we're going to listen to this and be like, damn, we really said that back in the day, It's like we're in February, or the end of February type, like, so I don't know.
Damn, I hope I don't lose steam that quick. Like,
well, that brings me to the next question.
All right.
Currently, how long do you think it will be till you think you might burn out? And do you think people burn out on resolutions?
Why? And how long? Okay, so we'll say, I don't know statistically, but I know it takes 21 days of a repetitious activity for it to become a habit.
Okay.
That's like
You
something
decided?
to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Psychologically within the brain.
Okay.
It's 21. I think it's 21 days. You can fact check me. I don't know. Post in the comments, some shit like that. But those people that aren't taking those steps to do their activities, I would say within a month they would burn out. Because if it takes 21 days, that's just a little bit less than a month. Just a little bit less than a month. If you're not doing that, you have to be doing that every day, or consistently, or have that on your mind.
You can't do it once a week. That's not going to work out, because that's 21 weeks then.
Yeah.
That's not 21 days. That's 21 weeks. That's 7 days each week. Okay. So then, consistently.
So I would say that, like, Jan to Feb, you're done.
Jan to Feb.
Yeah.
If you don't continue, you're Jan.
That's it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Which I think that actually kind of contradicts my previous statement of, like, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, because I guess that's why resolutions exist, because January is the first month, and that is your chance to start your year. I know it kind of sounds ideological when I say it out loud,
No,
but,
that's good.
That's like the root of it.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally your only chance to start your year off right.
That first month, that first step. Because you got to give it, if you want to have a good year, and like you said, through repetition to start a new habit, like if you want to kick a bad habit and start a new habit, you have to make that habitual, So then giving yourself a 1 month, the first month of the year, that's like a perfect time to start. And if you don't actually start, then it's like, okay, I could start next month. But then you're going to tell yourself, oh, I could start next month. And by the time you know it's August, the end of August, and you're like, damn.
And you feel like a piece of shit.
And you feel like, damn, I set that up in the beginning and I'm over here in August now, So it's like, damn, yeah, you really do feel shitty about it. So that's a good way. So then you really do have that January to February to either make or break it.
Yeah.
Essentially. Okay.
And it's 21 days, so you have leeway. You got 9 days of change in there, like of fuck ups. That like, damn, I shouldn't have had that shake.
Like yesterday, I shouldn't have it, but today I am having it, or whatnot, or vice versa.
Exactly.
In a sense, because. For real,
yeah.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah,
about
you guys don't
versa.
know about that. Yeah.
You guys get another intro about that later on,
but no, seriously, like it's like the year's giving you a couple days to start off with, and then you have some change to like, because you can't expect someone to just change right off the bat.
Overnight, doesn't happen.
So to be like, all right, I'll give you 9 days to like either keep doing the shit you're already doing, or like maybe start something and give yourself a break.
Give yourself the month.
Mm-hmm.
Give it one, like give yourself a whole week, see how you feel, give yourself 1 day off, and then be like, you know what, this is my New Year's, next day, go back to it, same week, so then you're just consistent with it, and then you think about it, you're giving yourself just one rest day out of the whole month, that's just 3 weeks, so you have 3 days that you gave yourself a rest day, every day you work, it's like, that's something good to like, you don't have to necessarily be like super proud of it, but you could be like, I'm starting the month off strong, let's just continue this, so then then it becomes the good habit of what you wanted to do, and then by the time you know it, you just keep doing that. It's August, it's September, boom. Then you feel hella good about yourself.
Then you can't go without it.
And then you're like, damn, if I do that, I'm gonna feel it just like last year, like a fucking piece of shit. So it's like, I might as well just revamp it and just keep going with the cycle. Because what's working is working, and that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And if you want to do something else or something new or different, go ahead and try new things, but don't forget what your original, flagship was for the year, essentially. And so
and now you know that you can do things too.
I like that. The whole month is the make or break. Whole month is the make or break, guys.
The make or break.
And that's, for me, I think it's like March. I always thought March is like, because people get the springtime, spring break, spring flings, like, and then you kind of get sidetracked that like January just happened, and then you're like, oh, April already, but it's like, you got to keep knowing that every day will be, or every month it's a January. That's what I tell myself, is every month is January. But then I realize it's June, and I'm like, wow, it's June. It's like, am I still doing what I said in January? But I always keep that in mind. Like, am I doing what I said in January? Because I know last year I was like, dang, I told Gabe, so I'm going to Chile. But deep down, I was like, damn, am I really going to go to Chile? I was like, shit, he's doubting me hella. I was like, I love it. But like at the same time, I was like, that's dumbass expensive, So I was like, just follow through. Just keep talking to his dad. Just see what's going on. Just pay him back. I was like, and then I was like, damn, now I have to pay him back. I was like, increments, bam, paid him back. I was like, damn, now I have to save up. And by the time I know it, I was like, damn, I'm going to Chile. I said that in the beginning of the year. I was like, wow. I was like, I'm really out in this motherfucker. Like, and then he was like, damn, I didn't believe you were really going to come out here. And I was like, I know, but like, we are here and we are living it together. And like, that was when I was like, every month is January. But I do know that when springtime came around, I was like, oh, it's so beautiful, the color, whatnot. But then I knew that those are distractions. I mean, they're not distractions, it's good to enjoy life outside. But at the same time, it's like, it's good to always know what matters. And so I was like, I do want to go on these hikes right now. So it's like, I'll put time aside out of next week to go on my hike. But I can't just drop what I'm doing right now and go on that hike. Because then I know if I do that now on the 1st of March or whatnot, then I know maybe tomorrow I might want to do the same thing I did yesterday, because I was like, that felt so good. So it's like, I gotta set myself up for success rather than setting myself up for failure, because I feel like I've done that in the past and I've recognized it either in school or either in just my own natural goal setting. So I catch myself doing something. I was like, wait, I didn't want to. So then I send the message. I'm like, oh, I can't make it, or like, oh, I'm stuck in traffic, like, what not may be.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, and so.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that the spring fling distraction.
Dude, that really happened. You know, February comes, you kind of find a soulmate.
You're like, oh, smell these flowers. You're like, whoa, a month went by? Like, what did I do?
It's like, oh, it's fucking Valentine's Day. I gotta find a girl or some shit. Like, whatever it may be that's on your mind, you know? It's like, you just gotta stay focused on what the goal was at hand, because everything will follow. And it's like, you know, you put time aside for that type of spring fling. If there is a spring fling, put time aside for it. So it's not like, damn, it's tomorrow. Like, fuck, I gotta drop it. Then you're all confused and disbobbled and whatnot. So it's just like, it's wild.
You know, the craziest thing too is like, if you look at the months, like they're very like tilted. You know, like a spectrum. Like the ends of the months always feel hella heavy. You know,
True.
Like October hits you and you're like, all right, Halloween. Then you're like, I gotta get gifts. You know, and then you're stressed out for like 2 months, and then you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna just get fucked up and cruise into 2019. You know, that's exactly how everyone looks at it. You know,
whenever it's Halloween, I know that Thanksgiving is next week because all of Thanksgiving is getting ready for Thanksgiving, and it's like. It's like either you're in school or you're not in school. Like you said, things feel heavy. There's more traffic on the road. People are stressed out when you talk to them. People are not nice around after Halloween because they celebrated and then they're hungover and then they're waiting for the food for Thanksgiving and then they're waiting for the Christmas because they fucking buy hella shit and they're waiting to get back and whatnot or give back in a sense. So it's just like they were like, oh, I need to fucking wrap presents. Or these days, I need to get this done by, you know, I got to renew my DMV type bullshit. So it's
and all that shit's expired.
Everything adds up around the end of the year. Specifically, like you said, October after, because September is like, ooh, it's getting cold, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not cold, I'm still in shorts at like 9 at night, but then October hits, like, it's cold as fuck. And then November, December, you're like, it's freezing, I got hella shit on my mind, I don't want to go to a club, but if I do, you know, I'll have a great time, but then you get completely sidetracked, it's not January anymore, you know? Type shit, you know?
Exactly.
And so knowing that, you know, starting the year strong, and then, like you said, keeping those 21 days consistent, so then you're consistent throughout the whole year, that's just key for starting a good year right. And that's why I think starting this first podcast on the 5th of January is very crucial right now, because we could let time go by and keep talking about it, or we could just talk about it right here now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys still have 4 days to figure out what the fuck you guys want to do in your lives. Start a habit.
Damn, because that'll be 9.
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
4 days.
Wow, I love that. I didn't even put that into perspective because I'm just bad at math.
No, it's good because this is a crucial moment. It's either people have been doing their shit and they're like, man, shut the fuck up, Sean and Khalil. Like, you worry about your shit. Or people will be like, damn, like, okay, I still got some time. Let me fuck around tomorrow then. You know, not
yes.
You know, like, we still gave him some change, you know?
Damn,
we still got some time.
That is so true right now. I didn't even think about the time of 5 to 9 right now. 5 days, 9 days right now. Wow.
Close.
Well, I think, you know, that concludes our majority of the resolutions.
Absolutely. And you guys definitely have to hold us accountable too. Like we're definitely gonna start pushing out more videos, actually fucking posting them now.
Yeah. And if you see us on the streets, in the stores, wherever it may
don't
be,
talk to us.
Call us out.
Yeah.
Call us out
Seriously.
on this moment in time. If you've never even heard of us, shit, call us out online in the comment box and below, in the story notes or whatnot. It may be called.
Throw something at us.
You know, give us the curveball to make sure we are accountable, because that's what it's all about. You know, if you can't be accountable, you know, then you're just lost in life and lost in time. So it's like, we got to be accountable, got to be organized, got to be precise with things, you got to be relevant.
Yeah.
And let's be real, it's got to be relevant. It can't just be out of the blue type, you know? So.
And we got a couple things for you guys too. Like, let us know, like, what you guys do to keep a consistent habit, how you guys stick to your goals, and just let us know what kind of goals you guys have for 2018.
Get involved, you know? We're a community of people. We want to know what you want to say.
Exactly.
So let us end this with a question of the day.
The question of the day is, so let's say you're in the car with a friend. It's raining extremely hard outside, and you remembered to bring your rain jacket, but they forgot. And for whatever reason, you could not give them your rain jacket. Do you grab your rain jacket so that you can brave the environments better? Or do you leave it in the car so that you too can suffer the same environments?
So yeah, guys, just let us know what you guys would actually do in a situation that was given to you in the rain, in the snow, whatever the situation may be, whatever the environment is. Let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for joining. We have a great new episode coming next. And thanks for listening to the first page of Articles of Linguistics.